Okay, so trimmed mean versus arithmetic mean. That's blurry. Oh, come on. There we go. That would have been a good ad for need glasses, right? Make it all blurry. He's like, hey, you need glasses. Yeah. The arithmetic mean includes all values, right? All data points even the outlier or outliers. Okay? Don't use if outliers are present because it will skew distort the outcome. So the arithmetic mean, I mean, if we asked you to just calculate the mean, just go for it, okay? If you don't notice outliers, you just do it. But if we asked you, is it a good idea to use it? If you notice outliers, you'd say, no, do not use the mean. The mean is skewed, it's biased, right? You can also say that. You can also use this word, right? Biased outcome, if you want to use that. But in that case, we would not want to use the arithmetic mean. Trimmed mean omits an equal amount of values from the upper and lower ends. This removes the outliers, the outlier or outliers, effectively removing any bias. The trimmed mean is more representative of what the data is trying to convey. I'm going to highlight that last one. So outliers affect the, remember the MCTs, the measures of central tendency, there's the mean, median, mode. The mean is most affected by outliers, okay? Therefore, trimming it will fix that problem. I think I'm going to leave it at that. Let's go to, maybe I'll try page 34. I'll do 34 with you guys. I don't know if you got this far, but Calgary is known for Chinook winds. Have you ever heard of the Chinook effect? No? So Calgary, because they're close to the mountains, right? It can warm up in the middle of the winter. It can go to plus even, plus 3, 4, 5 due to this event. But it's not normal. It's like an anomaly, okay? It doesn't happen all the time. So the following temperatures are observed, and you notice you've got -12, -14, -5, and then all of a sudden you've got a positive 15. Right? That would be considered the outlier here. Because everything is in the negatives, all of a sudden you have plus 15, right? So what's the mean high temperature for the week? The reason why I picked this one right now is for you to make sure you know how to work with negatives. If it just says the mean, it just means, yeah. Sure. It just means the average, okay? So what you need to do is you need to add up all your values. You mind grabbing your calculator? I want to make sure that your calculator actually behaves here, that you know what do I need to do to make this work. My calculator, I can actually enter negatives as they appear. So I go -12. If yours says answer -12, make sure you clear your screen and then try it again. But I go -12 plus -14 plus -5 plus 15 plus -8 plus -10 plus -12. Okay, so I add, even if they're negatives, I add them. You're supposed to get -46. Okay, -46 is your answer here for the sum of all values. And then we divide it by how many numbers we're considering. That's 7. Okay? So we go -46 divided by 7. That gives you -6.57 degrees Celsius. You have to have units. Most questions are going to have units. And even if it doesn't give you units, just write the word units after it, and then you're definitely not going to lose any marks. Okay? So that's the average temperature right now. On what day did the Chinook occur? On Wednesday. You had plus 15 degrees Celsius. It explains what the Chinook is. It's a significantly a rise in temperature. Okay. What is the trimmed mean of the daily highs? Okay. I'm going to go up here. Sorry for the back and forth. I'm going to use my red pen, and I'm just going to cross out. Right. I'm going to underline the trimmed mean with a certain color, and then I'm just going to go up and cut out the highest and the lowest. So the highest is Wednesday, so cut that out. And you got to get the lowest. Which one is the lowest here? Which day? Monday, right? Monday is the lowest temperature. So you got to grab that and cross it out. So then you basically do what is left. Okay, so I'm going to grab here. This is now the trimmed mean. You still go average like that, but it's the trimmed mean. So instead of 7 values, I only have how many left? 5. Okay? And here you have a choice. Do you want to use negative 46 and subtract? But I think it's a little dangerous. So I'm going to go negative 12 plus negative 5 plus negative 8 plus negative 10 plus negative 12. And that gives me negative 47. Divided by 5. So if you divide negative 47 by 5, you get negative 9.4. Okay? Negative 9.4 degrees Celsius. Which is colder, right? If you compare regular, the arithmetic mean, and the trimmed mean, it's colder if you use the trimmed mean, but that's probably what January in Alberta and Calgary probably looks like. It's more representative of what's actually the case. Okay, so which is a better indicator? We say the trimmed mean because it omits the outlier plus 15 degrees Celsius. It is a rare event. And should not be included. Okay. You just want to, in general, say, hey, this is the average for this particular week in Calgary. You should not be including the Chinook in your calculations because it skews it. Okay. Maybe I'll add that because you haven't. It skews the mean. Okay, making the average temperature seem higher. Okay, the Chinook is going to make it seem higher than normal. Okay, so that's kind of like an explanation there for why you would want to use the trimmed mean. Okay, all right.